Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wand Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about a sense of access given or taken, kind of, in terms of somebody finding, it's like I see somebody climbing over a fence, getting into, like, an abandoned building or something, but there is access that somebody finds and they shouldn't have it. So they're getting, I don't know, information they shouldn't have access to, or they have insights that could be kind of valuable. Maybe they found out somebody's secret, but we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Moon. So this could be a little bit of like a scandal. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchenton. And I hope you're having a good day so far. Hello, Carrie. Hello, Tiana. What's going on? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below. And right below that, you'll find a link that will help you join the membership if you would like additional content. Heads up for those of you that are members and are the stars or the towers tiers. We do have an ad-free members only live stream today at 4 p.m. Central, roughly 4 hours from now. So hopefully you can make it. All right, let's dive in with the Wild Reflections Tarot and see what. I don't know about that. They used to be much better, but thank you. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse. So this is someone who feels like they have everything under control, someone who feels like they don't have to worry about anything. I do feel like this is an individual that is probably angry. They could, like, as a characteristic, be rather aggressive, or this could be somebody who has a reason to be really mad right now because we have the King of Cups in the reverse as well. I do think that there is some sense of immaturity or not really knowing how to handle difficulty well. Are you able to talk through things, or do you, let things devolve into shouting easily or being petty? I would say this is somebody who would be petty. Hey, Jess. Did I say hey? I don't think I did. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Thor. How's it going? We've got the 10 of Cups in the reverse, 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who has a lapse of security. So we could have somebody that has discovered a password. We could have somebody that has figured out a secret because they picked up somebody's garbage or saw a note that they left on the table. But this is somebody who's like generally pretty confident that they've got everything locked up or everything is safe. And they did not CYA. They did not lock the door after they went in. So Knight of Pentacles in reverse is an obstacle. Or inconsistency is how I'm actually seeing it. So, if you've ever just like climbed into bed and you're super comfortable and then you're like, did I leave the garage door? Did I lock the door? It's one of those things where this person's not really focused, not thinking about that, and they do have a lapse in security. 9 of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. They've had a bad day. So you had a bad day. Yeah, this is somebody who I think is not well liked. We'll put it that way. This is a person that gets distracted easily, doesn't follow through on promises, likes to take credit for things that maybe they didn't actually do. Why do I feel this is somebody who like misses the point or doesn't like read the room? Oblivious is a term coming through. So they think highly of themselves, but they don't necessarily pick up on the things that they should be picking up on. Yes. I like it, Jess. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? 3 of Wands. Excuse me. Jeez. All right. 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords. 4 of Cups in the reverse and the Star. Yeah, I think we got a truth being discovered that someone was definitely at some point making an effort to cover up. I don't want anybody to know what really happened, so I'll just keep everything here in this little safe. No one will ever find it. If you've seen Yellow Jackets, what's her name? Melanie Linsky's character at some point realizes that a safe has been opened. It's that moment, right? Like, oh, who knows my secret? Who found this like article or who found this receipt, whatever it might be. This is enough to make this person really nervous. I didn't want them to know that. I didn't want anybody to have access to that information. Whoops. But like, exaggerated. Yeah, a little bit unusual, right? We've got the situations deck. Let's see what this tells us. Yeah. So there's a greed or selfishness. Remember earlier I said with the Magician card, we have somebody that could be the type to take credit for other people's achievements or likes to brag about themselves. So I'm going to call this person the Magician, but keep in mind they first came out as the King of Wands in the reverse. So this could be somebody who is, like I said, prone to anger. They might have picked on the wrong person because we've got the retaliation card. They threw someone under the bus or took something that wasn't theirs and they took it from a person they probably shouldn't have. I just saw Liam Neeson in my mind, very particular set of skills. Oh my God, you guys. I'm talking about Liam Neeson. We got a bounty hunter card coming out. Chaser, hot pursuit. He literally, doesn't he say like, I will hunt you down? Wow. Hey, James, how are you doing? And then we have settlement, agreement, and compromise. So this is someone who's made an agreement or maybe even worked for the Magician at some point. They are not pleased with the Magician and they are looking for something that they can use to get back at the Magician. And I think they find it. I think what they find is some sort of agreement. I think they find a document. It could be a document pertaining to a divorce, pertaining to a business deal, a sale of some sort. But it would absolutely cause problems, probably legal problems for the Magician if someone were to get this document and I feel like it's missing. I think we have somebody who is freaking out just a little bit. We'll see if we get the anxiety card. This is the Energy Oracle. What else do we have? Door to Romance. The Garden and the Gate. Number 33 and number 30. And then Angel of Strength, number 50. Interesting. We did have the 10 of Cups in the reverse. Maybe this is an NDA, non-disclosure agreement about a romantic or like more like naked time. I think we have somebody that has signed a document asking that someone remain quiet or not talk about something or not pursue something. It could even be about a child. We've got the garden and the gate with like a little girl. But the Angel of Strength is also very closely correlated to the Strength card and the Tarot, which can indicate a little boy. So I do feel like there could be, for many of you, a child involved in this situation. But we've got somebody who feels like they can't leave a certain parameter. Like this is the border. You stay over there, I stay over here, that kind of thing. But I do think that this is not public knowledge or something that our magician doesn't like to tell people. At least not the specifics of the deal. This is the Gold Foil Tarot. Hey, Third Eye, how are you doing? Hi, Priestess. 7 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody who found the secrets. There's clarity. Because of a document. See, she's holding, it's the Torah, but she's holding a document. So that's why this changed, or that's why you have that property or whatever. This is like, not a lot of people know this information, but because someone was able to break into something, steal some records, overheard a conversation perhaps, now they know this like secret of the magician, and it has to do with family. 10 of Cups in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the upright, and there's the 3 of Wands in between, which is action. For some of you, this is a lie that is exposed about who are the actual parents of a child. For others, this is clarification on what caused a divorce. Or maybe even the truth of who someone married. Ooh, 4 of Wands in the reverse. This is going to cause a lot of problems for the magician. Whatever it is, they did not want anybody to know about this. 4 of Wands in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune. This is really weird. This is not a reading for everyone. If anything, this might just be kind of like some entertainment for y'all, but it could also be a public figure. This is really weird. Okay, I feel like we've got somebody who has lied about who they married or lied about who is the parent. And there's a document that shows that someone was like changed or swapped out. Like a birth certificate had an edit, or, you know, someone changed their name. This is really unusual. I mean, people, I'm sure, change their name all the time, but like, I feel like we've got proof of somebody being a parent and they've claimed they're not, or we've got proof of somebody being married to someone they said that they weren't married to, or proof of who somebody's real name is. And it's like this document that's hidden in like a safe or someone's house or online somewhere, and somebody gets this information and they're like, "Ooh, okay. Well, I could probably do something with this information." Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? So we've got the Page of Swords. I know your secret. Retaliation for sure. The Moon. I know your biggest secret and you made me mad. Why don't you pay me some money? I think we have a blackmail situation. I know your real name. I know who the real father is. I know who the real mother is. I know who you were married to. This is like, I know your secret. So since, that's probably worth something to you, how much are you going to pay me? Now I'm hearing Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Well, and his mom, I guess, because like he was telling his mom what to say, like, money me. So our magician character is livid. King of Wands in reverse. Angry because they feel like they don't have any options. They don't want to pay this person any money. They don't want to. It's like, well, why should I trust you that you would actually only blackmail me once? Like, this is probably going to turn into a thing, right? Oh, you again. Queen of Swords in the reverse. I don't trust you to actually keep that secret, or I don't trust you to, like, they're even thinking about another NDA, or like, what are my options here? Four of Cups, Two of Wands in the reverse. And if they talk to a lawyer, I feel like the lawyer is like, you don't really have a lot of choices right now. This is an uncomfortable situation for the magician, but it's because they've been super secretive and also had a lapse in their security. This is the Tarot of the Nile. Hello, Using Intrigue. How are you doing? Hello, Michael. Hello, Aqua Beauty. What's going on? Thank you. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse again. See, it's not just that I'm angry, this King of Wands in the reverse, right? It's not just that they're angry. Like, I can't believe you got access to this information, or I can't believe that you're like threatening to blackmail me. They're also like emotional about it because it's retaliation. It's like, you've got this information about me, but also like, I really don't like you. King of Cups in the reverse is followed by the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. This person who is blackmailing the magician is definitely hurting for money with the Five of Pentacles, but it could also be, I don't think this person has a lot of friends. The Queen of Cups, interestingly enough, it's like, well, maybe they've got the wrong kind of friends. This is someone who wants to level up. This is someone who's like ambitious and feels like they need to get back at this magician, not just because their ego might have been bruised or there might have been some problem because the magician is, a little bit proud. This is somebody who wants money to, like, I'm seeing it as like an upgrade in like a flight, right? I want to be first class. Three of Swords and the Five of Swords, or sorry, Eight of Swords. Okay, so the magician is the person who comes through as kind of angry and a little bit proud, right? Well, a lot. But this person who's retaliating, for now I'm going to call him the Queen of Cups, which is kind of amusing. Well, no, I should call him the High Priestess because they have this secret. So this High Priestess could be a water sign, by the way, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They know that what they have is valuable. There's a shift in the power dynamic between the magician and the high priestess. This feels to them like they outplayed the best chess player in the world. So it's like, this feels so good, and I want to make some money, and you're mad about it. This is like delicious. Hello, Nathaniel. How are you doing? Hello, Co-Create. How's your day? It's like they want to say checkmate. You can't say anything. Like, you know you're going to lose. I got you, and you are totally stuck, my friend. How does it feel? I think they're doing this to the magician after the magician has perhaps done, they might be like a professional blackmailer. They might have done this already multiple times. Four of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the Four of Cups. Number 4 could be important. Since nobody's taught you a lesson, I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to do to you what you did to somebody else. I got your information. So 9 of Pentacles, they're expecting a big payday. This high priestess knows that this is problematic for the magician. Four of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Swords in the reverse. You lied about something that happened domestically in the house. What happened in the house? Something with a child or a marriage. Lying about an identity, perhaps. And there's, with the world, I feel like there's been questions online. Like there could be some internet sleuths involved in this situation. But someone is basically calling out the magician saying, I know exactly what happened because I have found this information. Hanged Man in the reverse. Someone who's unwilling to change their story about what they did or did not do. But there was some sort of choice that is like recorded. There is a text message. There is GPS coordinates. There is somebody lost their ID at a location they said they weren't. There's a document, I feel like it's in a safe or it's kept somewhere safe, right? And now it's not there. Now I know what you did last summer. Like, magician does not feel very comfortable because they don't have many options. This is information that proves something they were really trying to discredit or not talk about at all. What else do we have? This is the truth is. Toxic relationship, unhealthy relationship patterns, liar, liar. Someone here is being dishonest. It's absolutely the magician. Starting over, fresh start after a period of tension. I think someone has like a secret life beforehand or a secret wife. There's dishonesty with the intent of hiding something that could cause major problems. So this could be like criminal behavior that they don't want anybody to know about. This is what's the news. Uh-oh, that's no good. What else? Supersize me, doing too much, excessive, overindulgence, new boo, new love, learning each other, flirtations. Yeah. This is a document that hides infidelity or a surprising DNA connection, like parents, right? We have somebody that was unable to exert some self-control in a situation, and this is why we have to have some sort of NDA or some sort of agreement in place but it's very hush hush. We don't want other people to know about it because it would be gossip. It would be a scandal. It would be something that people want to know. I think something happened that the magician wants to keep quiet, possibly the birth of a child, possibly a relationship outside of a marriage, but there's a document, an NDA or something like that, and it's like front page news, man. This high priestess was upset because they couldn't get the truth or the answers. And even though there were promises made or somebody was being very kind to their face, this magician did something to mess with the high priestess. That's why the high priestess is retaliating. Like, bet, okay, I'm gonna get you. They did not hesitate. This is like Count of Monte Cristo. I don't care how long I have to wait or plot or plan. I'm gonna figure out a way, and it's gonna be delicious. I might make a movie out of it. I know, isn't it awesome, Tiana? Credit goes to Johnny on that one. All right, this is the Love Oracle. Beginnings, try again, new directions, start over. We just had the starting over card. I don't want anyone to know what happened at first. I don't want anybody to know what my real name is. I'm just going to walk away from that old chapter. I'm going to start somewhere else fresh, and we're just going to pretend that I'm, you know, a different person. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear head space. There was someone here who justified a difficult decision being made, pretending someone else is the parent, pretending somebody was never married. This is like, okay, we're just going to put a positive spin on it. We're going to find a way to make this work. But it feels like the magician was using fancy words. Boundaries, no. Drawing the line, enough. So our high priestess, and this card is sitting right on top of the high priestess, this is their energy. This is like, yeah, no, you keep feeling like you can get away with anything, or like you can just start over, or you can just pretend nothing happened, but I'm not going to let it go so quickly or quietly away. I've got proof now of what happened. We've got possibilities, free-spirited, adventure, risks. So this magician took a risk. It didn't pay off. It wasn't the outcome they wanted, is how I should say it. Dishonesty, deception, trickery. So there's dishonesty about something that the magician did in the past, but it's on paper. Somebody found it. Let's go with the character oracle. What else do we have? Avenger, memory, resolve, hatred, plotting. That's our high priestess energy. I do not like you, but it's okay. I can find a way to get you back. I think there was possibly some party that happened the night that this information is found, or that this document is stolen. The magician might have been out and about with some friends or some important people. Hobnobbing, I think, is the term. But we have a possibility here that there's an addiction or some sort of abuse of substances. At the minimum, it feels to me like there was a lapse in security because somebody was not 100% sober. Captain, navigator of destiny, voyage, leadership. decision-making and objective, and animal shaman. Animal spirits, spiritual leader, and nature. This is the bounty hunter, the high priestess. Perhaps the high priestess is not working alone. I would just comment on the fact that we have two, I don't know if it's wolves or dogs, running in the foreground of the moon card that came out initially. So I do think that there's a chance we have people who are close or people who have the same enemy, right? That we're very interested in finding out what is, being hidden or what secrets this magician has. This is the Pulp Tarot. Hello, Ada. How are you doing? Fool in the reverse. Yeah, this is that lapse in judgment, the security not being what it should have been, and someone being able to get what they want. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody feels like they were really silly for doing that. King of Swords. Now they're trying to figure out, what can I do to, it's like I want to put out some sort of PR to combat the inevitable release of this information. How can I set it up so it sounds like it's not as bad as it is? Two of Wands. Emperor. Yeah, this is, I want a cover story. Like, I want a reason why this is okay. It's like they're calling in the chick from Scandal. Like, how can we spin this? The Emperor. Page of Pentacles. Paying someone to make it look like a good thing that they did this. Chariot. Magician. Four of Wands. Yeah, we've got a concerted effort, like multiple people working to try to be able to spin whatever is coming out as far as this secret pertaining to a marriage or a child or someone's original identity. This is like, how can we make sure that this isn't going to destroy what I have or doesn't, ruin my reputation? Yo, I think this person puts down lots of money just to be told, I don't think anything can be done, actually. I think you're screwed. Nah, I think that's just going to be really bad for you. Sorry. Can't help you. People are like, nah, can't take that money. You are not salvageable. Just, accept your fate. This is the Tarot de la Nuit. What is the outcome here of this secret coming out? Knight of Wands and Judgment. A lot of conversations happen at once. So we've got something possibly going viral, something maybe even headed to a courtroom, but this is swift judgment, right? We're not going to wait around. We've got all the information we need. It's in a document right here. It's a document from your own place. I do think there's concern over how this information was acquired. That's interesting. I started saying that just as I found the Seven of Wands in the reverse, which was the very first card that I found. This is somebody who has access that shouldn't. Somebody that happens upon a door that's not locked, right? Oh, well, don't mind me. I'm just going to see what secrets we got in here. Six of Swords in the reverse. So things are going from bad to worse for this magician because they end up hearing there's really nothing that can be done to mitigate the scandal that's about to erupt for them. I feel like more so what they're told is maybe you should just kind of disappear for a little bit and not be saying too much stuff. And that's not what they want to hear. This is somebody who likes to be in the spotlight. We've got Temperance, but the advice they hear from like lawyers or I don't know, what's her name? Is it Olivia from Scandal? It's like, this is gonna be bad. Like there's nothing you can do. So just try to like avoid it for a little while. We'll see how things go. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How are you doing? The Sun in the reverse, the Devil in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. So this Magician is frustrated because they feel like there's got to be something they can do anticipating this secret coming out that minimizes the damage, and they're effectively told, no, like this is going to be bad. And this makes them more upset. They always felt like they would be able to, I don't know, like pay their way out of any situation or find some sort of resolution if they asked. Maybe this person's used to getting what they want all the time, but they're not getting what they want this time. Let's see. This is the cat meme major arcana, Marco. So let's see what we've got in terms of public perception. How do people see this Magician? What do we have? Strength and the Sun. I mean, it's interesting because we did have Angel of Strength, right? And then we have High Priestess in the reverse, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So this is a major swing, a major change for the Magician because they're seen as someone who's enlightened, someone who's very smart. I've gotten through a lot of different things. I've been able to, make a place in the world for myself, or people look up to me. They might like themselves a little bit more than everybody else, but they did have a sense that people enjoyed them, respected them. Now we have the High Priestess in the reverse with a croc shoe as what's it called? Yeah, dude, I can't handle it. If you know how much I dislike Crocs, you know how much I love this card. But it's in the reverse. That's because this Magician was not as smart as they thought they were. So we've got a very significant change in perception. This reputation is being clobbered, okay? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I don't care what you say. This is just going to be a bad thing for you. Sorry. That's just how it is. So this Magician is not pleased because they thought they were going to be able to figure out something to like salvage the situation. And it's like, no, you had a plan to protect that document because you knew it would be bad if somebody like saw it. Hey, Bitchy Tata, how are you doing? Hello, Jim. What's going on? This is the Gilded Reverie. Wow, another moon card. We have the fish number 34 and the moon number 32. Apparently, it's a good thing this secret comes out because this is somebody who's been very dishonest about who they are, what they're about. I mean, it only takes a matter of time, right? And then the truth comes out. This person's finding out that even if they were able to fool people for a long time, that doesn't guarantee that you will always have those connections or that status. So now the friends or the people who work with them, the people who know the Magician the best are looking at them with a little bit of side eye, right? Like, oh, so you lied to me. And it's all because this Magician messed with the wrong person, messed with this High Priestess. And I would have got away with it too. Now all these secrets are being unraveled, are being like shared online, perhaps. And I do think that it's karmic justice because this magician has been avoiding the healing or the accountability that in their hearts they know they need to do that, but they felt like they were too cool for school or whatever. Like, I don't have to actually do this. It's fine. No big deal. Did I say hello to Nick? Hello. All right, I'm hungry. I gotta go eat some food, but I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.